Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been so long since we've done anything. Uh, I welcome you guys to the first Elite Redux Presents. We had the Pokemon Presents today, and I decided to do this Presents for you guys because I felt like the Pokemon Presents that we got today was on the shortcoming side of things, and I decided to give you guys, a little bit from us, so it fills your plate. Today I have Viral and Luda with me. They're going to help the Pokemon Presents, and Viral is going to lead the topics as soon as he unmutes.
I'm already unmuted. Hello. Hi everyone. Been a while since we saw you. Um, James, the people are saying that you should raise your mic volume. Am I
I
okay,
will.
chat?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Is my audio coming through okay, or do I need to turn up as well?
Is my mic volume better now?
Sounds fine.
Okay.
Both low. Okay.
I raised
Apparently
desktop
we're both
audio as
quiet.
well. Check if it's better now.
That'll do it. Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay. Just give it a moment, and yeah, as long as. Okay, yeah, looks like we're good. Can we also take a moment to thank who was it that did the art for this stream, James?
Oh, it was easy. The Elite Redux Presents art looks amazing.
It looks surprisingly like not surprisingly, but it looks really good given the amount of time that we had until it actually happened. Because like we saw the Pokemon Presents, that was what 10 hours ago, and then James went, "Okay, we're doing a Presents. We need splash art. Let's go." The artists are built different. I could never. Anyways, yeah. Hi everyone. We are going to be talking about the some of the stuff that's come up in the future of Elite Redux. Uh, I believe all of this should, in varying forms, be here by 3.0. So, you have something to look forward to. You have some idea of what's coming in the future. And to start off, uh, we will have Ace Mode, which is actually going to be a real mode. Dropping a new version, not anytime soon. We have so much that we're working on. Um, but yeah, first of all, we have been working on Ace Mode, and currently it's a little bit vestigial. It's a little bit of a leftover from earlier versions of the game, and like the trainer review happened for Elite mode and not Ace mode, and it shows. So we've been doing some of that. We've been redesigning teams across the game so that they have a smooth difficulty curve more akin to regular Pokemon. All the boss trainers are getting new teams. EVs early on will be limited, and moveset and enemy trainer movesets will also be limited so that enemy trainers are always on par with what you're at. And yeah, with all of these, hopefully the early game will feel less punishing, and you can actually use Ace mode as a realistic option rather than just worse Elite mode.
Yeah, thank God about that because I heard many people getting their butts kicked by a freaking Castoon just casting judgment on their own Pokemon.
Yeah, that was one of the leftovers from old Elite mode. I think I meant to change, like I wanted to change that team, and James went, "Nah, this team's funnier," or something to that effect. Um, but yeah, for those of you who play Ace mode, rejoice! You will get a bit of quality of life and a bit of actual realistic challenge that's appropriate for the state of the game now soon. James, who's up next?
Yep. So, guys, after Viral explained Ace Mode, I would like to explain to you guys a little bit about Ridable and follower Pokemon that are coming to Elite Redux and 3.0. You will be able to explore new parts of the map with your rideable Pokemon, be it climbing mountains, riding the waves, or getting across rocky terrain. You will be able to find exclusive Pokemon and hidden secrets with rideable partners throughout your journey. You will also be accompanied by your best friend with the follower Pokemon feature. This feature will work exactly like the Heart Gold Soul Silver feature and will be available for every Pokemon in the game. So expect your uh, Pokemon in Perma Mega, expect your Megas, and also expect the Redux forms that are coming in 2.0. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys remember how you could soar through the skies with Mega Latios and Latios back in Auras? Well, we are bringing the feature back into ER in 3.0. Join the Mega Evolved legendary Pokemon on adventures across Hoenn and beyond, where you will visit not only new spots in Hoenn, but across the globe as well. Hope you guys are ready for all the new islands and secrets hidden within Hoenn for you to explore. And another feature that I'm going to talk about now, just briefly going to talk about it. It's time to introduce the whole concept around the online systems that are coming to Redux and 3.0. We're glad to announce that online battles and trading are coming to the game. Whatever you're looking for, casual battles, or you're looking for ranked matches, the online system will be home to all players. Battle under your own choices of rules and predetermined rule sets. The choice is yours to make. There are also going to be ranked battles with predetermined rules set by the Elite Redux team, and rise to the top of the ladder to prove you are one of the best players out there. There will also be tournaments and championships with in real life rewards, so don't miss out on those. Trading will also be in the mix. If you find yourself a rare mythical shiny, then we suggest you share it with your friends because those are going to be rare to find when they release. Luda, you're up next talking about the Pokemon World Tournament.
Can we take just a moment to talk about the scale of stuff that you just mentioned? I mean, follower Pokemon and rideable Pokemon by itself is huge. That's what, so many sprites. And then just casual as you like, we're adding soaring, which I don't think I've ever seen in a GBA hack before, and
um,
online as well.
so as I've talked about before in multiple streams online, 2.0 is going to be a very ambitious update, and we're gonna add so much to the game. Later in the live stream, you guys are gonna listen to me talking a little bit more about new maps and expansion, and I'm going to go back into the Aura's soaring thing. But let's discuss a little bit about the rideable follower Pokemon first, right? Um, what this means is you're gonna be able to use rideable Pokemon like you were able to in X and Y and Sun and Moon. There are going to be rideable Pokemon with different aspects to them. They are either going to be able to take you across a part of the map that you're not able to do normally, or they're going to do something for you that will reward you with something. Let's say in Sun and Moon, the Strength TM, quote unquote TM, was Machamp. We're not going to have the same thing, but let's say we have Machamp in the game. If there's a big boulder, then he's going to be the one pushing it for you.
Right, so it's kind of like Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, where some of them have different functions attached to the riding.
Correct.
Oh dear. Oh, that's
It's gonna be pretty
nuts.
cool. Elite
So
Redux is
that means
growing.
if I surf on a that means if I surf on a Sharpedo, I get to like surf super fast then.
Yes.
Yum. If you surf on a Kyogre, you get to flex on everyone in a 10-foot radius because, Kyogre just shoves them out the way. 6.0 will be available in every major store worldwide. I mean,
Now, if we had the
I'm not.
rights,
We're,
maybe.
we're not committing to anything at this point.
Yes,
Definitely cheaper than a bike from the cycle shop.
definitely, 100%, and even more legal too.
Speed of riding depends on the Pokemon, like in Oras, yeah,
Yes, you're
presumably.
also going
Like I
to
say,
have rideable
oh,
Pokemon like the bikes, so they're going
yeah,
to behave like Rapidash as an example in the Let's Go games. They're probably going to be even more effective than the bikes. The bike system will still work for the biking lane in the game, but outside of that, you should be being able to use rideable Pokemon, and we're gonna make sure that you guys have a very diverse selection of them, because I know like in Elite Redux, being able to choose what you want and what you like, it's something important for the community. So you guys are gonna have that at the palm of your hand.
of course, I would like to just take a moment to remind everyone that this is very early in development. We're juggling a lot of stuff, and so we can't work on everything at once. And speaking of a lot of stuff, Luda, would you like to talk about the Pokemon World Tournament, or James, did you have anything else to say?
No, I'll let Luda go ahead.
I think we should talk about the Battle Frontier. Did we mention that
Oh,
yet?
okay, no,
Yeah,
that's me. Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah.
I know you
So
guys been working on that for a while.
Oh yes, we
yeah,
have.
you said the words Battle Frontier. Chat is about to explode. I feel like, hopefully. Um, yeah, we know you want it. Believe me, we know. You've said it enough times, and we want it too. Like so much. Um, so at this time, I'm not going to go into details on all the Frontier facilities and the modes, just so that you have something left to discover. Um, However, I can say the tower is going to be more or less the way that you remember it. The factory will be more or less the way you remember it, We know those are popular, and the others will be getting varying levels of tweaks because, honestly, because me and Yuki are in charge of this particular project, and we find the other facilities varying levels of underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't want to do the Battle Palace at all. Please.
Yeah, no, the Battle Palace is the Battle Palace is the only one, I think. No, it's not the only one. It's one of the ones that is getting completely ripped out and replaced. Um, we have been working on 2.5 beta is still the most recent version. And no release date yet. No. Anyways, yeah, we have been working on set building for the Pokemon. The Frontier roster will have up to 6 sets for each Pokemon, like one for each of the 3 abilities, a double set, and then 2 megas. So there will be plenty of variety of any ones that you can run into. And in case you're worried about getting stomped by an enemy with a Regigigas or a Ho-Oh, you can there'll be a mode where neither side can use legendaries or megas, so it's just normal Pokemon. What was the gimmick on the Battle Palace? Your Pokemon fight by themselves. You don't give them commands. You can switch them out, but otherwise they just pick their own attacks, and they can choose to do nothing. Which is very fun, as I'm sure you can imagine. We are not doing that. You know what is fun though? Battle Dome, which is one of the ones that we're changing quite significantly. Because in vanilla, it was just a round robin tournament. You fight all of the other trainers, and then if you have the most wins, you win. And realistically, that's kind of lame because you're still just fighting 7 people. It's still just the battle tower in another hat, right? So what we're going to implement for the Battle Dome, and I have been told that this is theoretically coding possible, is we are going to have a hype mechanic for Battle Dome battles. Basically, we will build a list of conditions that gain or lose hype, and we'll be designing them in the way for what is exciting or not exciting to watch in a Pokemon battle. For example, beating an enemy mon that has a type advantage over you, that gains hype. Hitting an enemy switching not very effectively, kind of lame, they outplayed you, you lose hype. Does an enemy get killed by a crit that mattered, that it wouldn't have killed them without the crit? That's hype. Do you use explosion? That's hype. If you lose a battle, you lose hype, but it will still be round robin. You will not need to win all 7 battles to win the set, because what matters is which of the 7 trainers has the most hype at the end. So, yeah, what we were aiming to do with the Battle Frontier was that each facility would play different, be a different gameplay challenge, and force you to play differently and like get a different experience. How hype is Mega Dragonite clicking extreme speed? If you KO something that otherwise would have KO'd you, pretty hype. If you click it 5 times in a row, kind of boring. Just do something different, please.
That's
Highly
really
recommend.
funny because that reminds me of Generation 3 contests.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
We came up with the whole idea, and then Sargassum pointed out the similarity, and I went, oh crap, yeah, that is kind of similar actually.
No, I think it's a good idea though because like it stops someone from just spamming the same move. Like
Yeah,
obviously, if you're a choice Pokemon just spamming Outrage, yeah, that's not gonna
yeah,
you're gonna lose hype from that.
yeah, exactly. Outrage is kind of a special case because you're locked into it. But of course, if you run into, I kind of feel like if it's possible to go this granular, I feel like switching a fairy type into Outrage is less exciting than switching an immunity in most of the time because it's so easy to read. So it's less of a, oh my god, you did such a good read, you know? But like I don't know how granular we're allowed to get. We will see. It's probably going to be about as complex as the AI rework, and that's pretty complex. Uh Yeah, until the dragon has overwhelm. Yeah, good point. Uh, Contests, I don't know if we have any future plans because revamping that would just be like that requires basically redoing all the moves and
We're likely just
how
gonna
many of
remove
you?
contests, so don't worry
Yeah,
about that.
yeah, because how many of you want contests versus how many of you want Battle Frontier, for example? Don't worry, we will do stuff with the halls. We will put things in the place.
And not to worry, the ribbons will be repurposed for something. We'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about that later.
yeah. As it doubles, the entire Battle Frontier, you'll be able to pick singles or doubles as you please, unless a facility can only be done in one way. But I don't think any of them are locked to just one way right now, except the arena. But my people weren't sure about my idea for the arena, so we'll see. Okay, yeah, I believe that's. Can you confirm or deny that there'll be a sandbox mode eventually? Deny. You have debug. Go for it. Yeah, I think that's everything for the Battle Frontier.
All right, moving on. So now it's time to talk about the Pokemon World Tournament. So
Yeah,
actually, funny enough, the PWT was in conception around, I'd say, as early as 2023, like the last few months of 2023. We've drafted the first draft of the PWT. It's still 0.2, still version 0.2 right now. And currently, our manpower is focusing on the Battle Frontier. But we'll get to the PWT eventually. But yeah, as the Battle Frontier is always a staple, it comes with Pokemon Emerald. It doesn't exactly stop there. So ever since version 1.5, ER devs have wanted to implement a proper post-game content where I quote, to make it look like the entire main game is a tutorial for the post-game content. So in addition to the Battle Frontier, we're going to implement Generation 5's Pokemon World Tournament. And again, similar to the Battle Tower, the World Tournament forces players to undergo a series of battles versus world-class trainers, which include, you know it, gym leaders, the Elite Four, the champion, not just from the Hoenn region, but from Kanto, Johto, etc.
Luda, sorry to interrupt. They'll say you're a little bit loud.
I am? Oh, sorry.
Apparently. No, that's fine. Sorry
Okay,
to
okay.
interrupt you. Carry on.
All right.
I'll
I have my AirPods.
I'll turn Luda down a little bit. Don't worry.
That works.
Yeah, go ahead. So, but that doesn't just stop there. You'll also encounter trainers from the anime, such as Ash Ketchum, Gary Oak, whoever. So it's not just characters from the games, but also from the anime. So sort of like Pokemon Masters.
Are we including anime characters as well? That's pretty sick.
Yep, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
They'll each have their own rosters as well.
Yeah.
So
I remember making that big list and sending it to you of like, here are 400 people that I think could probably show up in the World Tournament.
oh yeah, definitely. That was
Fun time. And that
that's a
wasn't
big list.
that didn't include the anime.
Yeah. So the PWT doesn't just include anime characters or game characters. It will also include ER crew members, artist crew, decoders, and of course council members. So we will have our own teams for you guys to fight and battle with. So also the PWT. Okay, the one thing we want to do for ER was to make move PP a compelling factor in battles because right now, like low PP moves aren't really you don't feel the weight of low PP moves unless you're like using recover or whatever. So we want to implement some type of stamina system so that between battles you don't recover PP and you have to keep an eye out on the powerful moves that you've been using. So in a sense, the world tournament can be like some glorified battle tower or a battle frontier facility, but currently that's what we have in mind. But the special thing I want to introduce for the Pokemon World Tournament is a story system. So we are implementing a story system to this World Tournament where you get to play as the trainers that you fight and to build a team of 6 from their own fixed roster of Pokemon. Because we know that Pokemon. What's up?
I was gonna say, did any of you play Pokemon Conquest? You remember how after you beat the main story, you could do side stories starring all the different warlords, and you get to see the same events from different perspectives. Yeah, basically we're doing that.
Yeah, just think of like a fighting game. You get to choose your fighter and then just do the story mode and just beat everyone up. So we know that Pokemon is an RPG at heart, and so you have to role play. So why not role play as Ash Ketchum, Roxanne, Steven, Zinnia, or even role play as me or other ER devs? So right now, the initial roster of the playable characters will just be ones from Hoenn because that's a pretty big size. And then we're considering maybe like, I'd say 20 Pokemon in a roster to choose from for a team of 6. So that's basically what we have in mind for the Pokemon World Tournament. And so just like in fighting games, there will be some rewards after clearing a given trainer's route, which may include accessing more content or various other rewards. And I do think that's prime time for us to seg into the quest system that we have in mind.
Quest is gonna be fun. So I'm seeing a lot of people asking for getting any footage. If you're just here for footage, then yeah, head out now. We don't have footage. This is all still in early development, as we've mentioned a few times. Sorry, there's not really a good way to word that. Um, for those of you, right, yeah, quests. Um, so quests are, well, y'all know how a quest log works. Like, you get offered quests, you do the quest, get a reward, get some story along the way, etc. So there's not a bunch to reveal about it at this point, but like, this is one of the things where the devil is in the detail, and you're not going to know how good it is or otherwise until you actually see the quests themselves. Uh, but I have been working with some people on designing quests, and everyone who has seen them so far has been quite excited. They're apparently pretty decent, which is nice. So after the first gym, you'll get access to the quest log. Uh, Rewards could include stuff like early access to Pokemon or Redux Pokemon, Mega Stones, battle points, items, shinies, shortcuts, or other quality of life stuff. You get the idea. Uh, Maybe some experimental features. I have a fun idea for rare candies. We will see. And even aside from that, much like with the Pokemon World Tournament, you get to see a bit more of the characters that you like, and you get to see them doing their thing. Like you will see Steven Stoning about the place. Uh, but you also get to see some other characters that you may not have thought of. For example, the mm, the bug catcher from Petalburg Woods that we mentioned earlier, the one with the Judgment Cascoon, actually shows up later in a quest in Mauville City. Uh, Mr. Briny, when was the last time any of you thought about Mr. Briny? Yeah, I didn't think so. That kind of thing. If the project gets large enough, would it be moved to a PC engine like RPG Maker? That is a thing that, well, yep, James is right. We'll answer it later on. Uh, Stephen isn't getting stoned, he is Stephen Stoning. It's different. It's just doing what Stephen Stone would do. Can a GBM ROM actually hold that many data? I have been told that it is apparently possible. Uh, Removing Pokemon cries would help a lot, but we're not quite at that point yet. We'll see how we go.
We do still have a lot of space left and a lot of space to improve on, so you guys don't have to worry about that. We're gonna be deliberating into the ROM hack as much as we can. We're
Yeah.
gonna push the ROM hack to its limits, but once we are at the limit of ROM hacking, there's nothing we can do anymore. Then we're gonna port the game to PC, and we're gonna keep working on it then. So you guys don't have to worry. And once we port it into the PC, the game is going to feel way better, and all of the features that are going to be in the game are going to be way better once they are in the PC port.
Yeah, we know that we have people who want to play Elite Redux on mobile or even on genuine Game Boys and DSs somehow, and so we want to support them for as long as we can. But ultimately, if we are too ambitious for what can be fit into a Game Boy cart, then we may have to move beyond it eventually. We'll see. Uh, Elite Redux Pokemon Bank is possible. Maybe. I think it's come up. Has that come up before? No, I'm thinking of Ro. Ro does that. And we're friends with Riolawat, so that's a maybe. That's a maybe.
I have talked to Riolo about it. We are planning on moving a version of it to ER, but it's not a priority right now.
Well, there you go. Also, RPG Maker games on mobile with Joyplay is an interesting point. Duly noted. Anyways, yeah, that was quests. What's up next, James? I saw someone talking about custom shinies, but I don't think that's on the docket for today.
The custom shinies are not in the document. They are something that we have broadly talked about on the server, and it's been shared with everyone in the server.
Mm-hmm.
Custom shinies are basically we're gonna have the normal shiny for Pokemon and rare versions of them, being the rare and mythical shinies that you can find at rare rare chance to be found. That's pretty much it. You're gonna be able to get some of these through quests, um, but there is not much to deliberate on them. There's just gonna
Mm-hmm.
be rare versions of the colors of the Pokemon you like, and that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much it. So,
Bragging rights as always.
Viral talked about the quest system. It's time that I finally talk
Yeah.
about the elephant in the room, which is the AI rework. We all know, yeah, we all know that Elite Redux AI is basically just Emerald AI, and we are not happy about it. So let's talk a little bit
Mm-hmm.
about that. Going to the future versions of the game, we will start testing the reworked AI for the game, using the same method of AI as Pokemon Run and Bun, for the GBA at least. The game is going to pick up the difficulty it is meant to have and give amateur and experienced players a much more appreciated challenge to the game. Well, do you guys have what it takes to tackle this new challenge? I can't wait to see what you guys are going to come up with and deal with new threats coming soon. Well, this means that it's possible to implement the AI rework in 2.7. But the goal is to implement it fully for the GBA on 3.0. I will be trying to add as much as I can of the new AI into 2.6, 7, and so on. But if it's not possible, then we're gonna wait. Um, we all know that Elite Redux, even though it has a lot of quality of life, it has a lot of new additions to content, be it Pokemon or any else. Uh, the hack is supposed to be a difficulty hack, and we did not forget about that. Once we add a difficult AI, one that is actually capable of using two brain cells, then the game is going to feel much more enjoyable to you guys, especially for the experienced players who enjoy Elite version. Then you guys are in for a treat.
Yeah.
I
I
think
do
there's
think it's
not
also.
much to deliberate on the AI. What do you want to say, Val?
I was just going to add that AI does have an interaction with difficulty. Ace mode will definitely help with this if you want to take the increased difficulty out for a spin, because right now, elite mode's difficulty is kind of carried by, or it kind of needs to be carried by a bunch of raw Pokemon power because the AI cannot use it very well. And with the AI rework, they might be able to get better results out of a weaker team, so they'll be terrifyingly good with a strong team. Um, which actually ties into something else that I wanted to mention, which is the ace mode is, I believe you mentioned, James, I think we talked about this. Uh, my understanding is that ace mode is going to be like the quote unquote canon mode. Uh,
So it's not that it's a canon mode. It's just that the Ace mode is going to be the go-to mode for everyone who is joining Elite Redux for the first time.
okay.
Even though we do make the game for everyone, most of our players are players that came back and replayed the game multiple times. The replayability of Elite Redux
Yeah.
is huge.
Mm,
But we are growing, right? And as a game quote unquote company, we are expecting to get a lot of new players for 3.0, especially because 3.0 is going to be very ambitious, right? It's going to be a
mm.
huge update. It's going to take ROM hacking to another level. We're adding so many features to the Emerald ROM hacks, and other ROM hacks are going to be able to use some of the features, like let's say the soaring feature, the Ridable Pokemon. We're gonna add custom follower Pokemon, so it's gonna open up a lot of doors. Um,
Admittedly, some of this stuff has come in other hacks before, like Emerald Rogue having a wider variety of follower sprites, for example. But teamwork. If one ROM hack figures something out, then we can all take advantage.
that is correct.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Go on.
No, that's it. I just said that's correct.
Okay. Okay.
The next topic is a topic that no one in the server knows about yet. The crew members actually figured that out today. Luda, do you want to introduce it?
Are you talking about punishment or what?
Yep.
The
Yes, I
one,
am.
yes.
Oh boy. Oh
Speaking
boy. So,
speaking of difficulty,
yeah, speaking of difficulty, so yeah, this thing has been cooking since
2023 as well, bro. This has been in the cooks for a
was it
while.
2023? Oh yeah, like okay, so am I too loud right now or what?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead.
I'm fine. Okay, okay. So we are okay. This thing has been cooking since 2023, and it wasn't until I'd say 3 days ago until like I drafted up the logistics concept to implement it into the game. That's how long it took to implement to figure this out. So as mentioned before about ribbons, so ribbons will be
Mhm.
repurposed. They will be repurposed. So for those of you asking, what is Pact of Punishment? Basically, um, let me see here. In my awareness, it's a feature from a video game Hades where the player is able to play the game with various selectable self-imposed restrictions, and playing with these restrictions will reward the player in various ways. So we plan to repurpose ribbons to equip. We plan to repurpose ribbons to serve as like customizable difficulty flags. So equipping certain ribbons to say like maybe limit your PP to like 3 PP on status moves or whatever. Um, So that will make your game harder, but then in exchange for doing that, you'll get various rewards like more BP or access to what I would say are Pokemon ribbons. So some of these Pokemon ribbons, I'll reveal to you one of them. I know a lot of you have been very vocal about move pool review, about how a lot of moves have been like removed from various Pokemon, making them not as broken as before. But then an idea we've had even before move pool review was the idea of illegal move tutors. So these ribbons will allow you to teach. Some of these ribbons will allow you to teach illegal moves to various Pokemon, and the move itself is attached to the ribbon. So if you want to acquire illegal moves for your Pokemon, then you will have to play in stressful difficulty modes to have access to some of these ribbons. So I could like give back Slack off to like say Aggron or Bastiodon, whichever. um, so yeah, go figure. That's what we have in mind for the pack of punishment right now. So of course there's going to be trainer ribbons and Pokemon ribbons. So trainer ribbons, that's going to affect your trainer globally. Like maybe you'll have less BP income, or you won't be able to deal as much damage. Um, Pokemon ribbons can be like good or bad things. You equip them to your Pokemon. Um, there are other like ribbons that I have in mind, like an Ace ribbon that will make your Pokemon uh, act in a way that treats all target Pokemon as having 0 IVs. So it makes you feel like you have an actual ace Pokemon up your sleeve for your team. So that's what we have in mind for ribbons. So if you're into if you're into putting yourself accountable for your own challenge runs, then consider equipping some of these ribbons so that you could also get rewarded for challenging yourself. We also plan to implement monotype ribbons. So say you want to do like a mono electric run, and we would have your trainer equip a monotype electric ribbon as proof of you taking on that challenge, and say that you catch a Pokemon that isn't electric type and you use it in battle, then um, I'm sorry, but that ribbon's gonna be stripped off, and then you're out, and then you won't reap the rewards for having that ribbon equipped. So, so it's like a way for you to just like enjoy custom difficulty settings. So that's the idea behind this pact of punishment for Pokemon.
Yeah, so
Anyone
like,
else want to add into anything?
No,
so
you
like,
explained it pretty
you,
well, actually.
yeah, so
All right.
so you can potentially get benefits, or just add more difficulty options, or get benefits that require you to abide by certain restrictions.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
So there
stuff.
could also be some good and bad ribbons too. Like say there could be a ribbon that would inflict burn on your Pokemon as like as a sort of a drawback in exchange for say like higher BP costs or having access to earlier quests.
I,
But of course, like you don't have to make burn be a drawback. You could just give that ribbon to a guts Pokemon. So now they don't have to equip a flame orb.
yeah, and also immune to other status.
Exactly.
And like that could be, say, like a sort of fire thing, and if you equip that and a couple of other fire coded things, then you can fight the fire monotype trainer sooner and get a reward which will help you on your journey.
Yeah. I also
Yeah,
so an interesting thing you brought about monotype. I do want to see if we can implement ribbons that would give Pokemon a third type. So you could maybe cheat your way to add a Pokemon into a monotype run. Say like, hey, I want to use like my Charizard in a mono water run. So you just give it a ribbon that makes its third type water or something.
Is it bad that my first thought is four type Pokemon? Four type Pokemon.
Four type Pokemon. Okay, I don't know if we have room for that because like I know Flygon's like I know Flygon is bug ground dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it does exist because like we have moves like Trick or Treat that had the ghost type and whatever.
Yeah.
So
God, we can finally get Lugia with the water psychic dragon flying type that it was always meant to have.
oh yeah, that'll be cool. You know, yeah, we could come up with a lot of stuff for this. Like we could have ribbons for various legendary Pokemon to equip. And of course, like if they somehow go down in battle, then the ribbon gets stripped off. I'm sorry, you have to go buy that ribbon with your BP if you want to put it back on that Lugia because you upgraded that Lugia. It's really good, and you made it faint, so you have to pay up. So that's what
Yeah.
we have going on.
And
So
that
again,
this is
like the logistics will be ironed out. It's been conceived like a few days ago. So
yeah.
um,
Yeah, we've only fairly recently started thinking about actual specific ideas for ribbons. And like I know that balancing around monotype is not really a thing that we keep in mind as a design intention, but if we
mhm.
did have, say, ribbon that makes your mon a different type, even if you can only have one of them, that's still huge for monotype runs, and it will really help them cope with stuff like, for example, the more difficult AI.
Yeah,
Or like
definitely.
a mono fire ribbon that they might also have on.
Yeah, and of course, like these types of ribbons that have only beneficial effects will be locked behind you needing to put those difficulty settings in the first place so that you qualify for them. So it's sort of a balancing act. Of
Right,
course,
so those
you're not required to debuff yourself the entire run. You don't have to do that.
yeah, you
It's
can't
mainly for people who want to debuff themselves and be rewarded for playing certain ways according to the rules they've set.
even if it is just being rewarded with, hey, I beat the run with X, Y, and Z ribbons.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Um, I saw someone suggest like becoming a bug grass steel ice type with fluffiest. We have a earthworm past paradox, I think, woolly worm or something, that's already like bug steel ice type with fluffy, right?
It's
Something like
bug
that.
grass steel, I think, or something like that.
That was it. Yep, slap an ice type ribbon. It already has fluffy, explodes at room temperature.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to imagine like Fortress has heat proof, right? So its only weakness is just like fire, which is only two times as effective.
Yeah,
I
there you
I'm
go.
trying to think of like one type it could get as a third type that would just like lower this. That would just
Dragon.
like make it neutral. That would make
Dragon.
fire neutral versus it. That would be so funny.
It already resists ice fairy and dragon, so you give it dragon typing and you're good.
Oh my gosh, that's wild. At least Fortress doesn't have any healing moves.
Yet. Yet.
Oh God.
Yet, I mean, you could give it a ribbon that teaches it slack off, but to balance this, we're gonna make it so that it can only equip like one beneficial ribbon at a time. So you can't just stack like, oh, let's give it a ribbon that gives it slack off and give it a dragon typing. No,
Yeah,
no, 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 no.
maybe you'd be able to, like, if you take a large negative ribbon, then you can take another small positive ribbon. Don't know if it would be as big as like a move or an ability, but we'll see. For those of you who wanted sandbox mode, and for those of you who wanted pre-Moople review back, uh, sure, go nuts, but we're making you work for
100%.
it. I'm sorry, did you expect this to be easy? This is Elite Redux. Hello.
I'm not gonna
Oh, we
lie, we
have
went
fun.
pretty in depth with the ribbon system, and I'm going to put the screen of the live stream into Be Right Back, just so I can change it because there's something cool coming in. Uh,
Mhm.
actually, no, I'm not because there's no way for me to change it, so I'm just gonna change it in front of you guys. um, give me a second. Ooh, too big. It's time to
So hey,
talk
James,
about
Luda,
a little bit about this. Give me 1 second. Hold up.
while we're doing this,
Hold up.
James, Luda, what do you what do you think is funnier? Us just casually dropping sadistic stuff, or the knowledge that people will do it?
The knowledge people will do it. Um,
Yeah. Anyways, meet the creature.
okay, so it's the time of the section that I was most excited to share with the community.
Yeah.
As you guys know, we are increasing the map proportions, and we're also changing how the map works a lot. We are, and saying this, we are adding a lot of new places to the map. The Emerald map is going to grow a lot, and today I'll give you guys a little example by sharing the underwater temple and the chimney volcano. So once you beat the Elite Four, these areas unlock automatically, and you're just hinted to explore them, but you're not taken there, which means you must find the explorer on your own. They will be dungeon exploring RPG experiences in Elite Redux, where you will find lots of quests, legendary Pokemon events, rare to mythical shiny Pokemon at increased rates, new items to evolve certain Pokemon that are not released yet, and even in rare Redux forms. I can't wait to share more details with you guys about these further down the line, but for now, I also have another big announcement to make. I would also like to announce that the first ever big side story to the game is going to be called Pokemon Elite Redux Rayquaza and the Children of the Sky. What you guys are seeing in the screen right now, it's the image of that. And this side story takes place after the Elite Four events, and there will be Salamence waiting for you at the newer area in the map called Sun Hollow Ruins, home of scientists and explorers in the middle of the desert. I'll go more into details about the ruins in the future, but for now, just have a little bit about this. As soon as you meet with the Salamence, it will take you up to the skies and reveal a civilization of Pokemon with the ability to fly and soar the skies. You're able to explore the city in the sky and solve some quests you will find up there, but the main quest is to climb the corrupted Tower of the Sky, being taken over by a furious past Paradox Pokemon who was able to escape Area Zero in search of the Sky Guardian's egg. Will you guys be able to stop the rampaging Paradox Pokemon? Well, I hope you guys stay tuned for more information in the future about Rayquaza and the Children of the Sky. So I know this was a lot to take in. We'll talk a little bit about this right now. So let's start with Chimney Volcano and Underwater Temple. As I said, these are areas that will be unlocked after Elite Four, and they are dungeon exploring RPG experiences in the game. So what this means is, after you unlock these scenarios and places, you're going to be able to reach them by using Ridable Pokemon, and there are places who have multiple levels to them. It's very in depth. I don't really want to talk too much about any of this that I just released to you guys that I just talked
Yeah,
about, but
yeah, you
it
don't want to spoil
is.
it, right?
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but it is a new feature that is coming to you. You know, it's something that I feel like Pokemon Presents should have given to you today, and they didn't. So I'm giving you guys the big bang now. Viral
And
Luda, do you guys think like have any questions or want to talk about this a little bit?
I'm just,
So I just
I'm
want to
just,
reiterate, as I've said before, the main game is going to be tutorial for the post game, and we're seeing that right now. Just all these post game content we've been saving up.
yeah. Me and Amarkov are both really into the Cerulean games. This is not the first time that I will show them on stream. This is not the last time I will show them on stream. They also have a similar philosophy of the story is like a warm up to the post game, and I respect the hell out of that. And combined with James liking roguelikes, this kind of stuff is just the way we are going with post game content. There will be more stuff. There's the Pokemon World Tournament. There's the Battle Frontier. There will be more quests, etc. You'll get the idea. Um, and there'll be some other exciting stuff. Also, while I am currently in control of the narrative, the Pokemon Presents today was actually really good. I'm super excited about the new battle style, like the new battle system with the positioning showing off in ZA.
Yeah,
Okay, yep, no, that was
that was pretty
it.
fun to see. It's not something we're
Do,
gonna see in our
do,
game. We're too focused on everything else to add a different battle option to the game.
yeah, which is also why we're unfortunately probably not going to do stamina battles like Temtem, for example. Sick as I think Temtem is, it just doesn't. We've not like we would have to redo everything.
Yeah, but this is how you guys see that Elite Redux, was made to keep growing and be we achieve and try to be the best. Um, we, as Luda said, and this feels like the tutorial, just playing through the current state of the game. We're gonna add so much into the game. This, what I just showed you guys, is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much already planned on the backgrounds. There is already another side story planned that I'm not gonna mention. I'm just gonna say the name, which is the Battle Cruise ship, which is the Battle Cruise ship is coming very late, but it's not gonna be coming anytime soon. But it's very fun to be able to share with you guys the proportions of what Elite Redux is planning to be. Um, we have so much in store for you guys, and it's going to be. It's not gonna be fast. It's going to take a while, but it's going to be a cool process. We're gonna share as much as we can with you guys over the time that we're working on 2.0. The plan is to release this maybe by December of 2025. It is not guaranteed. It may take a little longer since the update is very, very ambitious. But we will keep you guys going with constant like updates to 2.6, 2.7, which are coming soon. Those are going to be more graphical updates. We're adding the day and night system. We're adding new parts to the map with 2.7. Um, we have a lot coming for you guys.
Yeah,
I'll let
some
Viral and Luda expand a little bit more about that on whatever they
some
want to talk about
some
too.
some of the closer up stuff that we have coming is in partnership with ViolaWatt and Ro, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. What happened to 2.6? That's where probably some of the day and night new tile sets, etc., graphical redesign. Probably some of that will happen in 2.6, 2.7. Um, I am. mm, this is a possibility. I don't know if it will happen, but actually, no. I'm not gonna say it on stream because then people will be disappointed if it doesn't happen. I'm not gonna say it. Uh, I will DM James and see if he is okay with it.
Okay,
So
cool.
let's see if I can see it.
Let me put back the Redux presents image on as the how do I do it again? Screen, here we go. As the main image of the live stream. Let's see what Viral asks me. Let us see. Yeah, I think that was the plan before, Val. We just mentioned everything is 3.0 because that's the most realistic, like, polished version of everything that we're going to be releasing, but we are going to have something like that in 2.7, like at least
Yeah,
the first version of it.
yeah. So assuming all goes to plan, it will probably not be fully complete. It probably won't have everything in it we wanted to, but you heard it here first. Battle Tower in 2.7.
It is coming. Coming
Yep,
soon.
yep. As a taster for the rest of the frontier, and so that you all get some post game content to whet your appetites, get you excited for more, and help us test the teams. Yeah, that's one of the things that will be coming out in 2.7. Battle Tower, when will it release? When it's ready. Sorry, we don't have better numbers than that. I'm sorry. Although I think there's a bunch of bug fixes happening right now, and I think that was all we wanted for the official release of 2.5.
Yes,
And then it's
2.5
mostly,
official
most,
should release this week. Well, I
and
know
then
I've
it's
said
yeah,
this a couple of times that it should be releasing
yeah,
soon, but there
yeah,
were a couple
and
of bugs that we found that were very game breaking. I'm sorry, Viral, that I'm interrupting you. I just
no,
want to
that's fine.
be clear to the
I was
community.
just saying, yeah, I was just saying, and then it's mostly just art stuff like porting in the row tile sets before 2.6, right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so 2.6 shouldn't be too far behind that. And then I believe 2.7 will just be when the battle tower is ready. Or ready to be tested at least.
Yes, I agree. It's not gonna take too long now that we have all the coders. So, something I've
Yeah.
announced in the server. Sorry guys, I'm helping you with it. We spent the last week interviewing new coders and spreaders for the game, and we were
So many.
able to hire six coders. So the game is going to be back on track with constant updates, and it's going to be a way faster 2.0, 2.6, 2.7. We still don't think it's going to be super fast, but we're gonna do our best to give you guys as soon as we can the updates. Um, so as Viral said, 2.7 we may have Battle Tower. It's not gonna take long to have the first features of the Battle Frontier. Um, we are going to be having a lot of graphical updates. It's gonna make the game look way better. It's not even a joke. It's gonna be way better.
Which includes
And
more mega redesigns.
yeah, I also got us two new spriters to the game.
Yeah.
And one of them is a specialist in overworld sprites, which means they're gonna be working with
Ooh.
follower Pokemon.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice,
so
nice, nice.
that is not going to take too long to release as well.
Yeah. Mega Slowking G possible? I
It is
believe Mega
already
Slowking
sprited.
G is started, yeah. I believe it's
It's
started.
already spreaded.
Definitely sprited. New regions
Yeah, it
unlocked.
just needs
Entirely.
its. I think it just needs its unique ability, and then it should be ready.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, almost. Did it end or has it not started yet? It is ongoing. We just don't have footage because it's in early. Everything is in early. It's like a state of play thing. Anyways, on slightly less exuberant news, Pokemon Showdown, we're focusing on the game for a while, and because we're like getting into the big content push forward, and I believe. I know Mawatad is the new head of Showdown. Mawatad's also been really busy with code stuff. So I'm not 100% certain how we're progressing on Showdown, honestly.
So I've talked. This is pretty funny because yesterday I was literally talking to some coders about Showdown. We are going to have two representing coders take on Showdown as soon as we release 2.5 stable, and they're gonna
Good.
get Showdown going as soon as possible with the new update. As soon as we drop the official update for Elite Redux. So we're not neglecting the game. It's just that we rather focus on giving you guys the updated ROM, and after that, after everything is polished, give you guys the updated Showdown.
Yeah, so 2.5 with bug fixes hopefully this week, and then the new programmers will get to work putting 2.5 onto Showdown. That'll be exciting. I cannot wait to see how the meta shakes out because we added so much stuff.
For real. So while Viral and Luda talk, I'm going to download some sprites and artwork so I can show to you guys because that's something I hate that Pokemon Company did today on the Pokemon Presents. They could have shown a new Mega and they did not. So I'm not gonna do you guys any bad. I'm gonna get some art style for us. Let's see.
Yeah, Redux Toxtricity Fuzz to Ubers. We'll see. I believe Piercing Solo is getting brought down a little bit because it's just a straight up better version of another ability. Or maybe the other way around, I'm not sure.
So piercing solo currently it's like 30% chance to bleed, while resonance is 100%
That's it, yeah.
chance. So we're just gonna swap it because piercing solo is like fixed to the mega.
New Megas, new Pokemon. We can absolutely do that. Us Spriters, who are all extremely talented and honestly a little bit intimidating how good they are, which I said before. They are all extremely good and they've been super busy. Mega
Mega
Galvantula win.
Gavantula.
How
I'll
would
let
you
you take
feel?
this viral. I know he's
How
your favorite boy.
Oh, it's not a
Galvantula
Mega,
is
it's
my
an
boy.
Evo.
So
It's an Evo?
yeah,
Oh
I was
shoot.
that's what I was building up to. Yeah, how would you feel if I said no Mega because we're evolving it instead? Yeah, that's a thing. And
Oh man,
I
Eviolite.
like Galvantula, I made a pretty good kit for it, I think. It feels quite self-synergistic. That was actually the first one that I suggested buffs for when I got to the crew. I went, hey, so, I have this rework for Galvantula, can we give it this? And then slapped Subdue on top of it later on. uh, but yeah, it will... I'm imagining it'll probably be a bit slower and beefier. It will not just be Galvantula Plus. But, yeah. Does Garbage already have a Mega? Yes, it does. Lydium will have a Mega or an Evo? I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Man, viral. So Eviolite Galvantula. It
Yeah.
has subdue.
Yes, it does. Yes, I
It
still
does
think
have subdue, so
I
that's
still
gonna be
think
funny.
I still think Focus Sash will likely be better on it for like almost guaranteeing a sticky web. Like it doesn't get you past like hyper aggressive and whatever, but apart from that, it basically guarantees webs against an offensive mon, and then you're in short circuit range.
I think already with Eviolite, this makes Galvantula, I think, a bit bulkier than Spidops as a subdue mon.
In fairness, Spidops is not exactly a very high bar for bulk.
It isn't, but
That's the thing. It's bulkier than Golduck.
pretty decently. Let's see.
Is
Okay,
there a chance
90, 92, 86 isn't too bad.
is there a chance for Mega Ninetales? Through Dandy all things are possible, so jot that down. I'm sorry, that was such a dated reference. Anyways, yeah, quick, say something else. Yeah, so Dugong, huh? Legend play
I'm getting
Arceus
you
win.
guys some cool art. I'm gonna get
Legend,
one more so it's
Oh,
five. And
Legend play Arceus win soon.
hold on
TM.
to that. Hold on to that. We have things to
Anything you
talk about later.
anything new for Palossand? I'm pretty sure I saw a neat redux of it sprouted recently. Something new with abilities, or will they stay the same? How do you mean? Mega Golduck? Probably some point if we don't evolve it. We will see. I don't know what the plans are for Golduck. Spiritomb past Paradox? Not that I know of. I think Tuff was talking about it recently. No, he was talking about Redux Spiritomb, which is quite a cool design, by the way. Getting ready to say peak. Oh, that's funny. Oh, New Pokemon will have some existing abilities, but we will still be making new abilities. We have many ideas. Which reminds me, Ludicrous, this is like the 5th time that I've said, hey, I have some ideas for defensive content, like defensive moves and abilities. I should really talk to you about that. This is like the 5th time
Oh
I've said
yeah.
followed through.
Dang.
Anything for Golok would be awesome. I believe there's a Mega planned. I know there's a Redux planned. I've seen the sprites for the Redux. I believe there's a Mega planned.
Golurk is in a very good place, and I think there is a mega planned because Eviolite Golurk is just an absolute menace.
He's in a very good place. Give him something
He's
nice.
already
He's a,
he's
he's a
already a
little
menace.
guy. He's a little guy. Give him something nice.
Okay, guys, I'm ready
Yeah,
to
he's
show
just a
you
robot
some
that
new stuff.
flies.
Swipe for those
Um,
Angus.
yeah.
Angus.
Finally,
James,
time
you
that I
got
show
some
you guys
sprites?
some new sprites that are coming into the game. I will do something real quick. I'm gonna do this. I'm going to hide this, and I'm going to give me a second. I'm trying to make this screen bigger, but it's giving me a little bit of a pain. So
Oh, is this Mega Gothitelle?
yes, it is.
I know there was another Gothitelle related thing which I'm not going to talk about just yet, but yeah, wasn't the Mega. I didn't see the Mega. This is nice.
I actually designed this mon,
Ooh,
the
Yes, you did.
Mechagothito. Yeah, I drew it and then had someone sprite it, and then it's here.
it does look a little.
Um,
It does look a little bit like a funeral dress, but you know, Goth
yeah.
Girl, the fucking
hmm So like
elegant.
the little ribbons on it, they kind of like fly like little butterflies, and then she basically just like sticks them on the opponent and does like psychic. She does psychic things.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Basically, the direction I want with this mega is to be sort of well, she'll be abusing the confusion status, so
Right,
she's
Cosmic
gonna
Days.
make
Sorry.
yeah, she's gonna make. Oh, funny enough, Cosmic Days was made specifically for this mega, but then we decided to distribute the ability to other Pokemon. So technically, she's supposed to be the best version, the best user of it. But
Oh,
well, we've been power. Okay, this thing's been made since like 2023 or 2024, and
Since beginning
power creep has
2024,
like
100%.
ascended. Yeah, power creep has ascended so much. I'm gonna have to redo this thing's like abilities once again.
yeah, power creep is kind of a thing. Honestly, that's what we need Showdown for because, like, obviously we don't balance around it, but it does help point out the things that are kind of insane. Are the flying bows a Caitlyn reference, Luda?
No idea actually.
So maybe.
I don't know. I just thought of like little like bow drone stuff that shoot beams or whatever, or like these little bows like they interlace together and create barriers. So yeah, but
Intellectually,
basic
intellectually, I know that you said the ribbons shoot beams, but what I heard was that they shoot beans, and
you
I'm just
shoot
imagining like
beans.
cans of baked beans flying out of the ribbons. I can't unsee it now. I can't unsee it.
That'd be
Yep.
funny. I
No,
mean, yeah, it's
sorry.
telekinesis, I guess.
Yeah, true. Probably
You
could
guys
throw
ready
cans of
for the
beans out.
next one?
Yes.
Oh, here you go.
Hey,
Give me a
Pokebean's a
second
good
so
point
I
actually.
can put it in the middle.
Who's up next?
It's Mega Cloudsire.
The boy! The boy!
Yeah, look at that.
The
Oh
friend!
gosh. Honestly, we need more defensive poison megas, and I think this one's pretty cool. But then we have to design it in a way that it doesn't, so that
He's
it's not
round.
exactly a
He's so
mega
incredible.
Swalot or a mega Garbodor.
He's so incredibly round. I'm sorry, but like you know, he's got the little spikes and the diddly things at
On
the
his
side, but
chin,
he's
right?
so round. I love this. This is so
I
good.
like how like his drool is just oozing out and it's poison.
Yeah. Come to think of it, it kind of reminds me of how Swallow gains, like Mega Swallow gains a bunch of green on its design. When that wasn't there originally, because this gains a bunch of purple that
Mhm.
wasn't necessarily there originally. But because this isn't making it look like muck, it's just totally fine. And also, he's so round, he's got the little tongue hanging out and everything. I love this.
Might be getting ahead of myself, but I do think we could make this Pokemon set toxic terrain. What do you guys think?
Ooh, I like that
Oh,
as well. Wait, are we talking about the new
funny.
terrains? Nah, no.
I'll
No,
just I'll just
leave
I'll
them
just
with
leave it
that.
at that. I'll just leave them with
So
that.
this is a cool concept that we're not gonna dive too deep into, but
Yeah, know that it probably maybe exists.
yeah, there are
And
more
that's it.
terrains planned and more weathers planned to the game too. So yeah, we're
Oh
just gonna
dear.
leave it at that. We're not gonna talk too much
You,
about it.
yeah,
I
you
do
thought
like
Gen
this
5.
as a
Yep.
contender for the poison terrain though, or toxic
You thought
terrain.
you Toxic Terrain League of Legends chat. Oh dear.
Okay.
But yeah, look, bro accidentally leaked something. It's not as bad as when Kyle leaked Redux EV. That was fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
Let's
yeah,
go to the next one.
you thought Gen
Ooh.
5's weather wars were bad? We could make it worse. We can always make it worse and better at the same time.
Time for Mega
Mega
Shandy.
Chandelier. Where's Isk? Isk, where are you? Get in here.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. I
Oh
love
yeah.
So
Chandelure. I
much.
just love Chandelure, and this is very sick.
What I
This
really
could
like a lot is that each little Litwick has their own little personality.
expression. Yeah, they've got little expressions. There's one sleeping,
Yep.
there's one looks neutral, there's one's a little bit curious, there's one at the front is making the face that I did when I saw Mega Clodsire.
I like here there is three sprites from the same artist. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove this aggregate. No, actually, I'm gonna leave it here because I've already kind of hinted it. While they talk about Chandelier, I'm gonna download another one from another spriter just so you guys have from different. I show something from different spriters, and they feel included as well because every spriter that we have in the game they are awesome.
Yeah, they really are. I was
Mm-hmm.
already glazing them a little bit earlier. Hey, James, can I talk about the other Litwick line related thing that I showed you recently to do with
Sure, you
quests?
can talk about that while I download more stuff.
Sure. So, um, in other Chandelier related news, or somewhat Chandelier related news, Funeral Pyre, right? Maybe we'll see. Quite possibly. We'll see. We'll see. That's a really good ability. But yeah, in other
Funeral
Litwick related
Pyre.
news,
Oh boy.
yeah, if we do
So
that, we
the
might.
funny thing with Funeral
Look,
Pyre is that yeah, Gyaradeath Megas was originally meant to be a post game mon or a
yeah,
late game mon. That's
yeah.
why Funeral Pyre was so strong, and is
I still,
currently strong.
I still think it's too strong. But look, you were saying something
Yeah,
before
we'll figure it out.
You were saying something before about Vippins potentially being able to upgrade nerfed abilities to the broken versions, right?
Oh yeah. So like in the case of Funeral Pyre or Life Drain, if like these things have proven to be very strong in the main game, um, perhaps we could give ribbons to upgrade them from the nerf versions to the proper broken version.
Mhm.
Or if we want Funeral Pyre, if everyone's alright with Funeral Pyre as it is, we could buff it even further so that like
Oh
even
dear.
Dark and Ghost types are affected, which
Oh
was the
dear.
OG version of the game of the
And that was
ability.
terrifying.
Oh, it was like Funeral Pyre was absolutely terrifying in pre-alpha because
Yeah,
uh,
I
the
remember
Gyarados moveset back then had like bounce and dive, so
dive and protect and shit. Yeah,
it protected
you.
sub. So
I remember a Markov going, "Oh hey, I don't see how this is too bad. It's just chip damage. It's fine." And you said, "Try bounce, dive, protect Gyarados," and he came back like, "Okay, yeah, I think this needs an F."
oh yeah. It's funny. I just gave him a set with like sub recover with sub roost. Like back then, I think Gyarados had roost, and I'm like, okay,
God,
this
I had Roost.
this guy needs to lose it, huh?
Oh God, I had
He
Roost.
used to have roost, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Funeral Pyre is in a is in a good spot. Gyaradeath isn't really that bulky. Sure, it's in a good spot on Gyaradeath. Gestures Mega Chandelier on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how bulky this will be. Quite possibly very. But yeah, in other Litwick Line related news, as part of the quests, uh, that we were talking about earlier, one of the quests you actually get the opportunity to. It's a Mega Evolution. It's not a fusion. It's a Mega Evolution. Um,
Ooh,
but yeah, as one of the
jumped the
quests you
gun a
do.
little bit here, huh?
Whoops.
Whoops. Whoops.
um. Okay. Yep. No. I guess we're changing topic now. It's okay. That quest, the other Chandelier related news, can remain a mystery since it's not worked out a
Yeah,
couple of
well,
times.
I'm gonna show
It's
it
fine.
anyways. So this is gonna be a
Yeah.
Redux
Let's go.
Tinkaton.
Let's go.
It does have a mega to it. I'm not gonna be showing the mega today. Let me just
But it does have Mega.
adjust. But it does have a mega, yes. I'm just
The
gonna
Mega
be.
looks good.
The mega looks awesome. The
Yeah.
mega also reveals an evolution for Overquill, but we'll leave that out
Overkill
for
gets
now.
the ball. Nice.
Yeah.
What I
Nice.
really like about this Pokemon is that the Tinkaton almost looks like a Marini.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit. True. Yeah.
It kind of dives into all the adaptability concept that Tinkaton has, like being able to scavenge and hunting these mons and using them as weapons. I love the way you can make a concept for Tinkaton and using all the different Pokemon you can find in the wild. This is a great example. This one
Yeah.
is water poison. Um, I just love
Honestly,
this Tinkaton design. I used it as my Google PFP. I'm even gonna send a message in chat, and I'm surprised no one ever noticed. Uh,
that's one of the things that I really
I
enjoy
haven't seen the I haven't seen the
about.
prevo for this one.
Okay.
the Prevo.
Was
Let
it
me
made?
let me get the Prevo. Give me a sec.
Honestly, so
Okay.
what you were talking about with like how Tinkaton has that adaptability thing and it uses different metals to make the hammer and now it uses different sea creatures. That's one of the things that I really like about Gen 9 Pokemon, and I feel Gen 8 was lacking a little bit, but Gen 9 has absolutely nailed. The Pokemon have a bunch of character to them. Like, look at Bolton, that's just a dog. Look at Rillaboom,
Just a
it's just
dog.
a monkey. Admittedly, there's Phalanx, who is majestic, and I want nothing bad ever to happen to them. But, like, look at Tinkaton, Garganacl, Meowscarada, Bellybolt, uh, Mabostiff even. They all have a lot more charisma, I feel like. Phalanx Mega that turns into an army. I've suggested a Phalanx Mega. Y'all are not ready for Mega Phalanx.
Can you see the
Oh,
Prevo in the
Y'all
in the
are
live,
not
Luda?
ready.
what's up?
Can
Yeah,
you
I
see?
saw the I didn't see the prevo. How about the middle evolution? Does it
Okay,
still
let
have the
me let
Quillfish?
me let me let me let me. This is the medieval. Hold up, give me a second.
Oh
I'm
dang, that's hella
just
funny.
yeah, just in the. Okay, yeah, it should be fine.
That is so funny. We need more Pokemon that are kind of like attached at the hip like this.
Yeah.
Sort of like Mantine and Remoraid.
Yeah.
Or like Slowbro.
We do have Redux forms for the Clamperl line, which look amazing, but I'm not gonna show those today. Today they're not being shown. Just know that they are fire. I'm going to close the thing that's online. Uh, Second, and the next one is going to be
Yeah.
the Redux Aggron.
Who's next? Redox Aggron? Yo.
I love this
Yeah,
one.
Chandelier. This one's been around for a while.
Yes, it has, but
Was
it's
this
never
the
been
one
shown.
that has was this the one that had Hunting Horn
Yes.
as an ability? Okay. So funny thing with Hunting Horn, when the Sea King Evo was like first conceived,
Right, that ability.
uh yeah, so it was a horn moves will drain HP. And originally for Kaiose, he was supposed to have Hunting Horn with multi-scale.
No, this is not a Monster Hunter reference.
Just
It
make it
looks
look
like a
like.
monster, but it's not. It's rock water, so the blue parts in the middle is just flowing water through the mon, and the rest is all made of rock. I really like this design. Kate cooked with it, and I really,
Mhm.
really, really, really love the next one that I'm gonna be showing to you guys. It's a convergent, and it's pretty funny because when you realize what's going on, you're gonna actually laugh. I love this. So
Uh,
then,
okay, so about evolutions, yeah, so it'll just be redux forms because if we attach more evolutions to the base EV line, they'll just have
Too
an
powerful, yeah.
absurd amount of coverage moves up the
Yeah.
wazoo.
yeah,
So
so there
Although
is a new
I
Eevee. There is the Redux Eevee, and that Redux Eevee
yeah,
is the one who evolves into all
yeah.
the other ones.
I believe the plan was that we're adding the dragon one to the regular EV so that we have all the special types on one and all the physical types on the other. And
Yes,
also because adding dragon coverage doesn't do much.
yeah,
Uh but yeah,
that's fine.
the other nine types are all attached to the Redux EV.
yes. And I've
Which is weird.
revealed the sprites for the evolutions. If you guys go through the server, I'm sure you guys are gonna be able to find it. Let me show you guys now the new one that I want to show you guys. We're gonna be revealing the Convergent Gyarados. And when you guys realize what's going on, you guys are gonna see how funny this is because I love this sprite, man.
Ah, this is
Oh
fun.
man,
This is like the Chinese parade one.
more Gyarados, huh?
Hey, listen, man, this is pretty cool.
It is. It looks like a Chinese dragon for sure. Like, what are those things at the bottom?
They're wisps that are carrying the Gyarados.
Oh, that's funny. So
Yeah,
it's kind of like
wisps.
it's kind of like dang, what's the Paldean starter? The
It's
crocodile again?
you know, it reminds me
Skeledirge.
Crocodile?
it kind
Yeah,
of
Skeledirge.
reminds me actually of Mimikyu, where it's the little guys at the bottom that are the Pokemon and the top not so much.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
No, I think it's pretty
I
funny.
wonder, I wonder who did this. Which group of handsome individuals? I think it was Album.
I'm not sure if
Which
Album
is-
did the art, but the sprite was Dingus Joe.
I, yeah,
Aggron,
Miss Weasley.
Gothitelle, and Chandelure were all Cade. Clodsire was Ralev, and the Tinkaton line was Scarloxy.
Is Ralph here?
Maybe he's in chat. I don't
Eh,
think he's not on
eh,
the call with
eh.
us.
No, but yeah, I know he's not on the call. If he's on the call with us, I have a great many questions.
Yeah. Shipley did the art. Shipley did the art for the Gyarados. I'm sorry, I didn't know there was concept art like actually made for the Gyarados. But you cooked, bro. This is amazing. But yeah, this is all I'm gonna show. There are so many new forms coming to 3.0. We are gonna include some in 2.6 and 2.7 because there are literally so much that trying to include everything in 3.0 is gonna take a lot of time. Like we have
Are you
over
showing?
400 files to go through for new Pokemon.
Are you showing Galvantula? Are you showing Galvantula Evil?
Oh yeah,
See,
I'll show the Galvantula
I think we
even.
should. Yeah, yeah. For two reasons. One is because we were talking about it earlier. Three reasons actually. Two is that I really like Galvantula and I'm here. And three will become apparent in a moment.
The four, we also have to show some of Rez's work as well. Let's see.
True. Three, Rez's work. Four, there are four reasons for the thing that I said there are two reasons for. Terra, maybe? Don't hold your breath though. Gigantamax, no, they're megas. Dex will quadruple in 2 or 3 updates. Correct. 2A pocket monsters for the ROM? No. The ROM is done when we
There
say it's
you go.
done. And reason for? A fucking
There it
Monster
is.
Hunter reference. Who's looking forward to Wilds?
This one is a Monster Hunter reference for sure.
Yeah. Watch's production goes into hibernation for 3 months, while it's only the crew members who don't play Monster Hunter that are doing any work.
For real.
Yeah.
Question:
Like,
does this have Fluffy?
I'm not sure about. I hadn't actually considered Fluffy. Uh, it's possible. It's possible. Nercella, it's actually Ragnar Kadaki. Which Fluffy would actually be hilarious then, because the monster based on a fire spider being 4 times weak to fire would be really funny actually.
It would be, and also it would keep it about as bulky as the Eviolite version.
Yeah, yeah,
but
that's
it would
amazing.
also
Yeah,
make it, 4 times weak to fire, as Viral said, because it's already a bug type
yeah,
That's
against
fine.
Fluffy. Yeah.
which is hilarious. It's hilarious.
It's funny. Honestly,
Yeah.
like fire is just a very good offensive type in terms of like the abilities that we're giving Pokemon too, because Fluffy we have more Fluffy Mons than liquefied Mons, to be honest.
Which makes sense. There are a lot more mons with fluff than made of water or made of liquid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, you cannot
Yeah.
say there are more mons that are fluffy than are made of water, bro. Have you seen how many water types the game has?
Some of them are like ducks and shit.
Yeah. But
Yeah, fire is actually a surprisingly good defensive type. People focus on it being weak to stealth rocks and forget that it has 6 resistances and like 4 of them are good attacking types.
yeah, fire is a really good type.
What will you do for people with arachnophobia? I don't think we really can do anything, can we? I mean, like, if we include a phobia mode for every mon that could potentially trigger phobias, we'd be as well just not having sprites. I know that seems really callous, but I don't know how to word it better. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know if you have a good solution for how we can make it like arachnophobia friendly, then run it past us. Anyways, other than that, I'm still not sure what to call this guy. I've been thinking about it. I'm still not sure what to call him.
Well, we do.
And I am.
Okay, so
I
since we already talked about so much, let's make this the last decision of the call. Let's just give this guy a name before we leave.
okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking. 2.6 will be coming pretty soon. Just saying, 2.6 will come pretty soon. 2.5 is hopefully within a week because bug fixes, and then after that, it's just putting in new graphics. I think. Yeah. As for this guy, I am actually kind of tempted to be really cheeky and make it like Ragnar Kadaki, make it Galvadaki or something.
Galvanakadakti. Lol.
Yeah,
We're keeping Galva.
maybe.
I
We don't
think
need
that we
to,
need to
we
keep something that has to do with electricity in the name. I
yeah
was trying
yeah it's
to
like
come up
Yeah.
with something that was Queen,
amperes.
Spider, and electricity in the same name, but it's gonna
I
be
Yeah, it could be something like some electrical terminology like amperes or
You have
ohms or something.
something quest related with this, right? So maybe like
Yes, I do.
make the
Yeah.
name make its name refer to the quest a bit. We could try that.
Hmm. Okay.
hmm.
Power or something. Thundula. I did literally think Thundula. Like Thunder Tarantula. You would think it fits
Ooh, I
perfectly
like
with the build.
Thundula.
Thundula actually
It
works.
feels.
It actually works.
It feels very basic.
Thundula, that is so cool.
It
I
feels
like
very
it's
basic. It's
basic, but it fits.
like you got Galvantula and then Thundula. You know, like
Thunderdula.
if it went Joltik, Thundula, Galvantula, then I could see it. But not
Okay,
sure.
that makes sense.
Um.
Hmm.
Uh. Trying to imagine the word power, but it's not really fitting. Uh. I kind of like Omacnid because like ohms are like electrical resistance. Yeah, Omacnid kind of. Hmm. I'm not sure, but there's something about it that's piquing my interest in a way that all my own suggestions haven't been. Uh,
I had Monarch in
Ampacnid.
my head, so I was
Ampacnid.
gonna say Monarchnid, like Monarch and Arachnid, but I don't think it works. I don't think it sounds good.
Ampacnid.
Ampachnid.
Actually, no, that sounds like it's got pack in the middle, like
It sounds pretty
Ampacnid.
weird to say
Uh,
too.
yeah, it does a bit. Yeah.
You guys think that
Uh,
making a
I,
concept is hard and making sprites? Like, I know making sprites is hard, but like making a concept for the sprites and concept art is hard, bro. Making the name is the hardest.
I
Oh
do
yeah, we
think
had so much trouble with like Mariana Evo's name and freaking
I do.
Luminion's name too.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Luminion is the hardest. We
Skull.
did decide on a change though after so long.
Have we
Yeah.
settled on a change for that? Have we settled on it?
Lucinion for
Yeah, was
like
it? Yeah.
Lucius. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I do like Tarantula for this.
Yeah,
Like Jules,
Tarantula works.
I like Tarantula for this. Yeah. Thank you.
Tyran. Oh, like
Thank you.
Tyrant, right?
Thank you. In Blue Blazes. No, Tarantula. Jewel. Tarantula.
Oh, Jewel. Oh
It's
shoot.
good, right?
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
It's
that
good.
works.
I
That
Yeah,
like
yeah,
works.
yeah.
that. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, with like names, not like names are difficult. Like the Crawdont Evo, Crawdauntless. Because it's missing the final S. Like in my mind, craw is a thing like crawfish. So I look at the rest of the name and I see Dontals. So in my mind, that's just Crawdontals, and I'm like, what kind of craw? What kind of craw is a Crawdontal? You know?
Yeah, yeah, it's just as you said, we didn't have space, so there's nothing much we could have
Yeah,
done.
yeah. I don't know. I think that's another one that could maybe do with a naming tweak. Uh, yeah. I'm sorry, everyone. I've cursed you with knowledge. You can never unsee Crawdontals now. But yeah,
Oh gosh.
Tarantula is such a good name. Yeah, thank you, In Blue
Do you
Blazes.
want Tyran or Tyran?
Uh, I think Tyrantula makes it a little bit too busy. You know?
Okay. All right.
Well, we got through the obstacle. Um, I think that's pretty much it for today. We weren't supposed to be
Well,
doing such a long video. I thought this was gonna be like 30 to 40 minutes, but we had
yeah,
fun. Like I'm sure you guys had fun too. We
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
went really in depth to some of the aspects that I really didn't think we are gonna do, but we did, and I'm glad we didn't because this was fun. Um, I am going to cut the video short though because I do want this to be a video that people may enjoy watching all of it, and I know there are some
yeah.
people that don't want to go 2 3 hours into a video, but we're like an hour and 20, so I think that's a little better. So, thank you all for joining. This was amazing. Thank you, Luda. Thank you, Viral, for helping me out with this. If I had to do this
No way.
alone, it would have been hellish. But I'm glad
Thank
you
you.
guys helped me because I loved your company in this video. This is probably my favorite video of the channel.
Thank you
Um,
for having
Oh
us. Yeah,
wow.
honestly,
Yeah, one of the two.
Ludicrous, I do feel like we have good chemistry with you as like a third person.
Yes, we did. We really did.
All right.
Like
I'm actually
we should get
surprised. I didn't think Ludo was gonna be like as comfortable as he was doing this. I thought he was gonna be more
yeah, same.
shyer
You you seem really chill.
end.
I'm pretty silent. I like to listen, but yeah,
We should get
I'll add
Yuki
whatever
on.
I want.
We should get Yuki on with the three of us. I think that would be super funny. Also,
Yeah.
James,
Hmm.
am I forgetting something, or have I got something wrong, or was there one more sprite that you wanted to show the people?
No, the one more sprite was Sing-a-Tong.
Okay.
We didn't go over it today, but quest related and lore related stuff. Stay tuned for that, okay?
Yeah, we can always make a
Stay
video as
tuned.
well.
Yeah,
In the
I
near
would.
future, you know.
Actually,
I would be
yeah,
down to talk about that. I'd be down to talk about that. I could honestly.
I think
I'd be
making a
happy to, like,
video for future quests would be
yeah, just
better.
like
Yeah.
I could write that, take point on it, say some stuff after I've run it past you, James, of course,
Yeah,
and get the
Hmm.
people thinking, see what they reckon.
yeah, that'd
Who
probably
knows?
be pretty fun. I want to see
Yeah.
what you guys come up with.
I mean,
Um,
just talk. I mean, just kind of rambling at people about my ideas led to me finding Sargassum, who gave us some fantastic ideas. So yeah, no, sometimes you don't realize what you need until you get it.
okay.
Apex Wigglytuff. So just a
Uh,
preview, like Apex Wiggly and various other post game mons, that will be tied to the Monochamp quest that we have in mind, and it will be also be linked to Arceus and its plate. So
yeah.
stay tuned for that, okay?
Yeah, that's all we're gonna
Mm,
say, and keep that in mind.
yeah.
So,
I have one more. I have one more thing to say. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, etc. I'm sorry, I'm spelling out.
I
no
know I did.
worries. I'm about to do the same thing. I was gonna tell you, hey guys, thank you all for joining. I'm
Sorry
not
for
the kind of
spelling
guy
out.
who says subscribe or like, but if you do want to support us, we do have our Ko-Fi page. It's solely meant for the YouTube channel, and we have a lot of fun doing stuff with the Ko-Fi members. Now that we have the account back up, the YouTube account back up and working, we have a video planned with the Ko-Fi members that we're gonna attempt and do Elite Redux damageless. It's gonna be very hard, but we already have started with video proof that there are some parts of the game that are able to be done damageless. So stay
At
tuned to
least with the
that.
current AI.
Bro, with the new AI, it's gonna be impossible.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, for
but
sure, for sure.
even then, you have ace mode as an entire suite of options. So yeah, no, it's definitely still a topic that's up in the air. I am really happy with some of the teams that were made for ace mode. I'm really happy with some of them. Like, just as one. See, this is sort of just briefly. This is what I was saying earlier about the ace mode teams. Me thinking they're canon is like they respond to story events as well as just like raw difficulty. For example, after the Weather Institute, Shelley will get a cast form on a team that she stole from there.
That's true.
That's
Fun stuff
funny.
like
So
that.
it's looking
We've
for the
had
rain team too.
we've had a lot of fun making the teams for ace mode so far.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
there's just so many cute little quirks.
So one
And
question about Ace Mode
I'm
and
actually super
Scizor.
I'm a- I'm actually super proud of all these teams.
Scissor.
Sorry, carry on.
Scissor's
Scissor.
funny.
So
Uh,
Scizor, Ace
no,
Mode, will
illegal.
it have its level 101 double iron bash?
No, it will not, because with the way that we're reworking Ace Mode, uh, we've we've strictly designed all the movesets so that they are within the most permissive level caps for the player. So you can theoretically have access to the stuff that the AI has.
Mm-hmm.
And since you never get level 101 moves, neither do they.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That
I don't
works.
know who was
Well,
the
we'll
genius
see.
behind the 101 move on Scissor and almost every Scissor set. I don't know who could have been, but
I
Could have
think
been a level 100 move, not a level 101.
I think James, I have heard rumors that it was the same quote unquote mastermind who added a tandem mouse to Calvin 1 without asking anyone else.
Nah, it couldn't have been, right?
I mean, who would possibly do such a thing? What kind of person would do that? Huh?
Nah, that ain't
Chat, you
me.
you can't see me, but I'm rolling my eyes pointedly and gesturing at James's profile picture on my screen.
Nah, you cannot
Ah,
accuse me of such tyranny and foul play.
it's not an accusation, it's an observation.
It feels like an accusation to me.
Honestly, I still don't know which Pokemons have level 101 moves other
I
than
think it's like
Scizor and I
two of
think Dust
them.
Talk.
I think it's like two of them.
I know Dust Talk for some reason has like Judgment.
But the
Yeah,
only
because
reason why I
casting.
didn't remove level 101 moves is because once we add the post game content, the level cap is going to go above level 100 anyways. So the player's gonna have
Yeah.
is gonna get access to that. Well, another leak, I guess. The level cap is increasing.
Yep. I
There
think we
is so
mentioned that
much
before.
post game content that it's not gonna be able to just keep it to 100. So we needed to increase.
Speaking of level cap, there was me and Viral talked about this.
Yeah,
I think
rare
2 weeks
candies.
ago.
Rare candies,
Um,
right?
rare candies. Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about that in a later time. But
Yeah,
we'll
we don't need
repurpose
to show
rare candies now.
we don't need to show everything, but I have ideas for rare candies.
Yeah, we'll talk about that soon. Well, I try to wrap this up a few times, so we always have something to talk about. This game is huge and there's a lot of planned, so I don't blame that
Oh,
we kept on
definitely.
going. But this time it's goodbye. Thank you all for joining. I had a
Thank
lot
you,
of
everyone.
fun. Viral and Luda probably had a lot of fun as well.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Holy crap, it's 1:30 in the morning. I need to sleep. Oh God.
We won't ask you guys to subscribe and like if you don't want to, but if you do want to help,
I
developing the
will.
game takes a lot. So,
I
uh,
will. I'm a sellout. Like and subscribe.
yeah, see you, bro. Uh,
See ya.
Stay
Take a look
tuned.
at the Ko-Fi. Stay tuned, of course, like Luda said. There's a lot coming, and we're probably going to be planning more videos as well. We are going to keep working on the Ko-Fi member video as well. So we have a lot in store for you guys. I'm glad you all were able to join. We had over 100 viewers for the majority of the live stream, which makes me very happy. I'm glad you all tuned in. And you guys have information that most of the people on the server don't have. So go to sleep with that.
Yep.
See you guys
We
later.
will.
Have a good night, rest of your day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world.
We will
And
post some notes of what was discussed, hopefully within the next day.
yes, we will. And catch you guys later. See you guys.